The words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be always acceptable to you, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. So today's sermon, with or without the microphone, is going to be a bit different anyway. Can you just at the back, if you can't hear me, just put your hand up, as I'm used to speaking with a microphone, okay? Today, we're going to be talking about the phrase peace and justice. Now, of course, normally when we hear a sermon on a weekend, the thing we do is we focus very specifically on the passages of Scripture that we just heard, as a way of reflecting on them and using them to think about our life with God and the world. But at times it's worth taking a step back and thinking about the gospel message in a bigger sense, and thinking about different aspects of that for all sorts of reasons. And so today we're going to take this opportunity to do that. That being said, of course, by having this conversation, we are responding to the gospel, the good news nonetheless. We are reflecting on what it means to follow Jesus in our lives. And in this way, we'll be talking about what it means to pick up our cross and follow Jesus. And we'll be thinking about how we answer the question Jesus put to the disciples: who do you say that I am? That being said, one thing we need to acknowledge from the outset is that talking about peace and justice can be difficult. The difficulty is in part due to the fact that this phrase can be used in a variety of ways to mean a variety of different things. But the difficulty is also partly the result of the fact that it invites us to talk about topics which can be themselves unsettling. Conversations about peace and justice invite us to think deeply about things like race, poverty, immigration, healthcare, gun violence, and reproductive rights. These are topics about which there are, of course, a range of opinions. And nonetheless, they also have to do with who we are as people of faith. So, some of you are probably thinking, well, why talk about this? It's so complicated, and there's disagreement. Why not just focus on what we agree on? Well, I think there's at least 4 reasons I'd like to remind us of as we begin this conversation today. The first is just Scripture. Scripture consistently directs our attention to issues of peace and justice. The insert that was in your bulletin was a 2-page insert with lots of information about this conversation. It includes just a few Scripture references, but there are far more. Just a few weeks ago, we heard James in his letter speak about how pure religion before God is what? Right? Caring for the orphans and widows. And of course, there's our mission statement. We say over and over again that what we're called to as a community of faith in Wheaton is to love God, love neighbor, and somehow doing so change the world. And yet, if we're going to talk about loving God, which is also rooted in Scripture, right? If we're going to talk about loving God, how can we do that if we're not willing to talk about what it means to have a world of peace and a world of justice? Those things seem intimately connected. To understand love is to make room for understanding peace and justice too. Then, perhaps most pointedly for today, there's our baptismal covenant. The baptismal covenant calls us to strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being. In fact, every time we renew our vows, which happens whenever we baptize somebody and on other weeks as well, we hear once again that question: will you do that? Will you strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being? And we respond as a community of faith: I will with God's help. So, being concerned with justice and peace, understanding we're going to invite landed into the body of Christ seems particularly appropriate. Then, of course, there's the particular experience of our leadership this year. Both at an all-parish leadership gathering earlier, when members of our congregation rose their own desire to be talking more about these kind of questions because they're bearing down in meaningful ways in their own lives. And a particular moment when a member of the community came to us and asked Trinity as a whole to support a residential treatment facility for opioid addiction. To which our vestry realized pretty quickly, we don't have a process for thinking about that. How do we know how to speak for the whole of Trinity on an issue that has some complications to it? It's not as simple as it seems on the surface, as much as it seemed like a good idea, and everybody in principle thought it was good. But what do people who live in the community and why? And so that started us out sort of really thinking about how peace and justice intersect with us as a community of faith, and the shared voice that we have. As Christians, of course, the other thing we have to be mindful of is not just Landon, but all of these children sitting here. What kind of faith will we leave them? What kind of world will we leave them? If it's not a world that's a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more just, then what have we done? As Christians, our belief should be rooted always, of course, to faithfully follow the way of love made known by Jesus. Even then, though, we know that to agree that God is concerned with peace and justice is not to say that we will all agree on what that looks like. It's possible to disagree in good faith. So the point of these conversations is not to minimize our differences. It's not to come to a single point of view. But it is to invite us into the depth of the questions. To invite us all to explore how our communities of faith and our own lives of faith connect to our beliefs and what we do outside of this building. One of the reasons we're having this conversation is to remember that God's call to serve the least among us is not an abstraction, but asks that we be willing to act. While this conversation isn't about taking a particular position today, it is about developing a process which will help us discern how to invest our time, talent, and resources when the questions come up, as a part of a complicated community of faith, seeking to faithfully follow. So today we're going to do, in the time remaining, 3 things. First, I'm going to talk briefly with you about the phrase peace and justice itself. Second, we're going to talk a little bit about the church structure. We're a parish, but we're also part of a diocese and part of a national church. And we're going to talk about how those structures make decisions. And so when we hear the diocese asks us to do this, what makes this recommendation, or pass this resolution, we can understand a little bit better what we mean by that. And third, we're going to ask you to share some information about your own thoughts related to some of these topics. First, to think about that phrase, peace and justice. Well, actually, I'd like to hear from you. When you hear that phrase, peace and justice, just a quick word association, what comes to mind for you? Peace and justice. Lacking. Thank you. Others? Resolving. Conflicting sometimes. Protest. Whatever's at the top, whatever comes right to mind. Peace and justice. Jesus. What was it? Maintaining. Yeah. What was it? Economic disparity. Yeah. We did a similar activity with the vestry and other members of the community who chose to join us, and we had some more time to spend on it. And some of the other words that came to mind from that were compassion, advocacy, action, time, prophetic, cooperation, controversial, disruptive, love, hate, fear, desire, prejudice, hope. There's a lot that goes along with thinking about what this means as a community concerned with peace and justice. It's something we have to enter into with care and awareness of the larger conversation. And emotionally, what happens to us when we begin to talk about these complicated issues? And our own tendency to put up walls because it can be uncomfortable, and it's about complicated things. One writer is talking about peace and justice, and they wrote this. Her name is Annabelle Wilson Thomas. True peace goes hand in hand with justice. It's not merely the absence of war, the threat of exhaustion that exists in the aftermath of conflict, when lives have been torn apart, relationships broken, infrastructure destroyed, and homes demolished. Rather, the God-given peace that our Creator desires for us is built on justice, where everything and everyone in the created order is in right relationship with each other and can reach their God-given potential. Where everything and everyone in the created order is in right relationship with each other and can reach their God-given potential. Something to aspire to. Now, to understand how parishes of the Episcopal Church connect their faith with lived action, it's also important to understand how the church is structured. As the church, we have a collective voice at a variety of levels. So what does it mean to say the diocese or national church has a position? Just like what does it mean to say Trinity has a position on an issue? Where does that position come from? Who decides? What does it mean for us as a parish, the diocese and national church say something? What does it mean for us as individuals? Of course, different kinds of Christian communities answer these questions very differently. As for Episcopalians, the heart of the answer lies in the democratic impulses which undergird the structure of the church. After all, the Episcopal Church was founded by the same people who founded the United States of America, although admittedly all of them were not happy about having to do so. Many of them were in fact loyalists who would have preferred to remain connected to England. Yet nonetheless, when the Revolutionary War was won, they were left in a position of recognizing that we couldn't be the Church of England whose head was the monarch, right? That wouldn't work anymore. And so they had to ask, what were we going to be like? And the same people who created the structure for a United States government were responsible for creating the structure for the Episcopal Church. And so there's a lot of similarities. At the end of the day, it's all built on democratic principles where people vote to elect representatives. There's a local level, a state level, and a national level. The local level is the parish, like the town. The state level is the diocese, the bishop like the governor. The national church, right, is like the federal government. And each of those bodies has elected representatives. So we, at our annual convention, elect people to serve on the vestry, who serves as the leaders and the voice of the community. We also elect representatives to the diocesan convention. People from all over the diocese gather together to talk and conversation and discern and pass legislation. And then the diocesan convention elects people to the national convention, who do that same work. So when we say that the diocese and the general convention speak on something, at its strongest what we mean is that body of people has voted and has had at least a majority, and sometimes, depending on the kind of vote, much stronger than the majority of the people who come to that conference who agree that this is what God has called us to. This is what we discern as the direction of the church. So the authority of those groups of organization come out of the fact that we select people to represent us or to serve in particular roles. And of course, each of these groups, like many complicated organizations, have subgroups and task forces and committees which take on particular questions. One of which in this diocese is called the Peace and Justice Committee. We'll talk some more about that in a moment. So when we try to make sense of what it means to be a community that takes seriously issues related to peace and justice, we have to recognize there's some substantial precedent that comes from the work done at the diocesan and national church level. They pass resolutions and have conversations about all sorts of issues. The diocese, in fact, if you look at just a single page from 2013 to now, are all the issues that you might say have been passed related to it. So 2017, one was about Palestinian children in Israeli military courts, and another about advocating for DACA immigration reforms. Brought to the attention of the convention because somebody in the diocese decided it was important enough to propose a resolution. So that brings us to see, of course, that it's true that these conversations are happening at a higher level, but one of the things we recognize when we as a vestry and a leadership team when talking about this is that we also need to wonder about what it means for us as a parish. And that it didn't seem entirely right to assume that we just take the position of the diocese and the national church for granted as being the one which we as a community of faith feel called to. We felt like it was important to bring ourselves in conversation with those positions as necessary, but also to be mindful of the fact that there's a lot of diversity and wisdom in our own particular community. And it's about giving voice to what we as a community believe in. And so one of the ways we'd like to do that this particular week is actually invite you to share with us some of what you think, some of what you feel about some particular issues. The task force that Vestry developed also created a simple process which we're proposing, hasn't yet been finalized, which is on the back of that insert that I gave you. It's really straightforward. If you want to look at it, you can. There's a flow chart and some information about it. But the short story is, the idea is if somebody wanted to have Trinity support an opioid treatment facility, right, that example from before, the request is made. It comes to the office, which is myself or Administrator Bernie. We would make a decision together whether it needed to be passed on to the Peace and Justice sort of task force that we just described, or if we need to send it to outreach to some other part of our church in terms of continuing conversation. If it needed to go to the Peace and Justice Commission, what would happen then is they would be tasked with doing some initial research and developing an initial proposal about what they thought was the appropriate step for the community to take. It could be that we need more education. It could be that we think it's appropriate to act this way based on what we know, or that we advise no action to that. The vestry would then get that proposal and be able to act on it. So they say, well, why bother? Why doesn't the vestry just do it, right? Part of it is just efficiency. So right now, if the vestry were to get that proposal like we did earlier, it can take us up to 3 months to even have a vote on a resolution. Because we need to give people time to think about it. And the vestry has lots of things it's responsible for. So it can also just be subsumed by other things that are more urgent in terms of their own work. Where this allows us to have a dedicated group of people who are focused on these questions to share with all of us a sense of direction. And so it enables the vestry to act more efficiently, and it creates a way for us to engage the community if it's necessary in the interim period between vestry meetings, which are only monthly. So this process is really the improvement it provides. It's just efficiency at the end of the day. We've always been open to these questions. We've just never had a particular path to invite people to take. And so it would take us longer. So that's the proposal. We'd love to hear more from you about what you think about it, if we're missing something, if there's some other way to tweak it. One of the big open questions which we would still have to resolve is who gets selected and how do they get selected to serve on this group? Is it something that pairs selects the annual meeting? Is it appointed by the vestry? And that work we haven't finalized, and we're happy to have your feedback on it. So that's just to give you a sense of where your leadership team has been leaning as a result of the months of conversations we've been having. And then finally, I've asked the ushers to pass out some surveys right now. Ushers, would you mind doing that? These surveys do a couple things. The first page is just demographic information. Who are you? Helps us understand the information better. Second, it takes 6 positions that the diocese has taken in some of its work with the Peace and Justice Committee. And verbatim, and it puts them in the document and asks you 3 things. 1, do you feel informed about the issue as stated? 2, do you agree with the issue or disagree with it? And 3, are you interested in learning more about it at all? And this is really just an opportunity for us to learn about each other and the diversity in our own community. Right? It isn't about driving to action at this point. It's just about gathering data and information about who we are, so we can have richer conversations with one another. In my time at Trinity, one of the greatest joys has been recognizing that this is a community of faith that has chosen to be that rare thing where people stay in relationship despite very real disagreement about all sorts of issues. And that we made a commitment to continue to walk in faith, even given that. And so I invite you today to take this moment right now, take a pen out, as a part of this sermon, fill out this survey. We're going to collect it in the offering plate today as a way of making the offering to God during our worship on this day. And then we're also going to provide it by doing it to people who aren't here. And then we'll feed back the information to you. We'll feed you as very what everyone else has said in a couple weeks once we've given people a chance to fill it out online. So take a moment to do it now. If you need something to write, whether or not you're a guest, we'd love to have you still do it. There's a place to circle guest. If this is your first time here, or won't be coming back, that's not a problem. And if you raise your hand if you can't find your pen, our ushers will certainly help you find one to fill this out.